What is up guys, Stark here. I am back for another Fate video, and in today's video we're going to be doing day 5 of the 25 days of Fate, and this time we're going to take a look at the welfare schedule calendar for 2022. So in this video I'm going to go through the expected release dates for the welfare servants, the 4-star servants that we get for free just by doing the events in the game, so you guys kind of have an idea of what's coming and when. So to start off with, in February of 2022, JP did get something called a main interlude, which came out with the 19 million downloads campaign. And this is a really interesting update for the game, as it allowed players to get servants that were in events that had already come back for a second time and were not really available anymore. It allowed them to kind of play through the event, a really watered down version of it, just play through the story, get one copy of the character, and be on their way. This is a really cool thing in my opinion, as it gave newer players a chance to get the old characters that have, long since been forgotten. And, it kind of got to the point where it's like, hey, if you don't get it on the rerun, you're never going to get this character. But it seems like they're going to go ahead and find a way to fix that in the form of these main interludes. Now, again, like I said, it is not the entire event. You're pretty much just playing through the actual story to get one copy of the character. You are able to purchase the other copies of the characters in the shop for rare mana prisms, but obviously those are pretty expensive currency, so that is up to you whether or not you want to just get the character to have, or get the character to NP level up and use. Obviously, if you have the events going on, you want to play those events, get those characters, and then when the rerun comes around, you can get those rare mana prisms, which you could then in turn use to get some of the characters that you missed. This is something I'm really excited for, because I am a newer player to JP, as I had lost my original account. So some of those older characters, like the one that I haven't mentioned yet, Attila the Sanita, is going to be available for us in February. She'll be the first main interlude that we'll be able to get. So if anyone who wasn't playing around the game in 2019, I believe, when this came out for NA the first time, and then you'll have that opportunity to do so. Moving on into March, we do have the rerun of the Fate Apocrypha event. This is a really cool event in my opinion, and you get Sieg, who was a joke character for a lot of people for a very long time. He has since no longer become a joke. So all those people who burn Sieg, haha, jokes on you, I wonder if they did that on purpose. He's still not the best character in the world or anything like that, but he's definitely a lot better than he was, or more usable than he was when he originally came out. And this is why you never want to burn characters, just because of the fact that you never know when another character is going to come out that will make a certain character better or more usable than they were in the past. And there have certainly been a few instances where this is the case. I wouldn't say Sieg is exactly on that level yet, but if you look at characters like Finn, Finn was a character who nobody wanted to pull, and now all of a sudden he is going to be a character that is going to be seeing a lot of play once Castor Artoria comes out. So yeah, I mean, obviously this is about Finn, this is about Sieg, but still his event will be coming around March, so if you haven't gotten his copies yet, this is going to be a regular rerun, not a main interlude, so you'll be able to do the full event, get all the copies, and, don't have to worry about it. So next up, we are going to skip April and go right into May, and this will be the rerun of Kagetora's event for the final, maybe not really, but actually, not the final Guda Guda. So, rerun of last year's event, so if you haven't gotten Kagetora yet, then this would be a great opportunity to do so. In my opinion, this event was kind of just okay. Kagetora is a pretty good character in my opinion, kind of underappreciated, I feel like, maybe. But yeah, she's a pretty good servant, and if you haven't gotten her, then obviously you want to go ahead and do that. So next up, also in May, we have our first new character of the year, and this is going to be for the 4-star Lancer, Elice Utsumi. She will be a 4-star Lancer who is a pretty solid servant. I've used her a few times outside of her event. She's not the best character in the world, but she is an arts character, and arts are really going to take off. So she'll definitely see a little bit of play, but really not a whole lot in my opinion. She does have an AoE Noble Phantasm, which is definitely going to be very beneficial. Still, she's a really cool character, and her event, in my opinion at least, is one of the cooler events in the game. I'm basically going to be playing a board game, so I don't know if that's just, geared more to my tastes, but I thoroughly enjoyed the board game event. Is one of the events that I actually really played seriously on JP. I usually just kind of play really casually, but I don't know, I really enjoyed that event. So yeah, first new event is going to be in May, and we're going to get another Lancer. And then in June, we are going to get the rerun of last year's summer events. So we're going to get Las Vegas back. It's a very long event still. A really cool event, really fun event. A way to get a lot of quantum pieces. Hokusai is one of the better event characters in the game. So if you haven't gotten her, or you just weren't playing the game last year, or whatever the reason may be, definitely make sure that you get Hokusai onto your team. Like I said, very good servant, very usable servant. Definitely a must-have in my opinion. And the event is just really cool as well. So moving along to July, and although I don't think we're actually going to get this in July, this was on July in JP. So we're going to treat it as such in this video. And July is going to be another main interlude, and this will be for BB and BB's event. So again, for main interludes, you'll be able to play through the main story, get one copy of BB, and then if you want to unlock the rest of them in the shop, you are more than welcome to do so. I believe they cost, I want to say, 2 mana prisms. Do not quote me on that. I did not look. I just kind of thought about maybe I should tell you how much they are in the video, but yeah, I didn't actually look. It's not a huge cost. It's I think it's 2. It could be 5 though. I'm not sure. Someone in the comments, feel free to correct me. Maybe I'll look before the end of this video. But yeah, BB's coming back in July, probably August for us in NA. But we'll see. I don't know what's going to happen with the main interludes for NA. And then also in July, we do have the Paul Bunyan event. There's really not much to talk about here. This one comes back pretty frequently, well, every year really. Just a couple quests you have to do to get copies of Paul Bunyan. Not really an event per se, but Paul Bunyan is definitely a welfare servant, so they are eligible for this video. So yeah, really easy servant to get. Paul Bunyan's really not a bad character either, so don't sleep on the fact that they are a 1-star. And then moving into August, we have the new summer events for the new year. So that comes with a new event. This is going to give us Summer U. I did not really play this event on JP too much, so I'm not very familiar with the mechanics or how that works. But as far as the character goes, I do think U has one of the cooler event character artworks in the game. But as far as her as a character herself, like whether or not is she good or not, I think she's probably like okay. I've never used her personally. I do have her on JP, but I've never really used her. So yeah, I don't know, like she's okay, I guess. You'll probably use her during the event, and then outside of that, I don't really see any major usages for her. So it's kind of unfortunate, but oh well. I still recommend getting her though, just because event character, easily MP5, especially if you're a newer player and you need a Lancer, then they definitely fill those voids. Not everyone's gonna have 5 stars for all the classes and stuff. So that's where your welfare servants come in. So if you are in need of a 4-star Lancer, then definitely consider this as an option. And then we are going to go ahead and skip over to October for the rerun event for this year's Christmas event. Now, we haven't actually gotten that event for us on NA just yet, but we will get it again next year. It's going to be for the Archer Nightingale, the lottery event. So definitely make sure you take the opportunity to do that. I do believe the rerun is not a max unlimited lottery. I think it's capped. Not 100% sure on that one. Yeah, it's capped. Yeah, so that's always unfortunate, but you do get some pretty good rewards out of it too. So definitely want to make sure that you still do the event, still get those copies of Nightingale to get the mana prisms, get all the prizes from the lottery, and be on your way. Because after that, in December, we are going to get another lottery, and this one is going to be for the Santa Karna. So Santa Karna is the final welfare servant of 2022. He's a very good servant in my opinion, and I'm definitely not saying that because I am biased towards Karna. He's also the first male Santa servant in the game. Pretty awesome, really cool. Really excited for it. Don't know why he's a saber, but you know, that's not the question I need to answer. His event is really cool. It's really fun. It's a lottery event, and it's a very unique and interesting lottery event. They added like an extra layer to lottery in this time around with like a different currency for lottery to get like a higher tier reward. So some really good stuff in there. You can get like 5-star EXP items. You can get eggs. You can get some of the new Ascension material items like the stars. There's a lot of cool stuff in there. You can actually even get a crystallized lore, some tickets. You can get mana prisms, apples. Like, there's a lot of stuff in there. It's really cool. It's something that I really hope that they keep doing in the future. I think they actually have been doing it in the future as well. It's really cool. I do like the way that they have expanded the lottery, and I can't wait to get in there and start doing it. So, yeah. That is going to be the welfare servant schedule for 2022. I'm personally not terribly excited for this tier. Why do I keep saying tier? I'm trying to make tier lists for some of these videos. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of here. I'm not terribly excited for the servant list this year. Obviously, Karna, I'm really excited for. But outside of that, the servants really just don't excite me that much. The event, like Fate Requiem event, is really cool. I'm really excited for that. But as far as the servants go, just really not excited for it until Karna comes out. So I do think it's a bit of a step down for some of the welfare servants in this year. And, you know, honestly, it's just a kind of a bad year for Fate in general, for these characters. Even the 5-star characters, it's not really, you know, this year for us in 2021, like every banner was like a fire banner. Like you had to like pull on those characters. I guess this is a good way to cool down and get ready for 2023 because man, they really fired back in 2023. But this is kind of a down year, so you could literally skip every single event, every single banner in this year except for one, and you really wouldn't be missing out on a whole lot, which kind of is a unfortunate thing. But anyway, I don't recommend doing that. Play the events, get the characters. Even if you don't use them, get them out of the way. Even if you just do it to get rare mana prisms on the reruns, I do strongly suggest doing that. But yeah, that's going to wrap up this video, guys. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, I do have the links below to my Twitter, Twitch, Patreon, and Discord. So feel free to check those out. And I'll see you guys back here tomorrow for day 6 of the 25 Days of Fate.